Can you explain the IELE virtual machine? IELE was a project done by Grigori Roshu and runtime verification. And IELE was basically a translation of LLVM merged with concepts from the EVM. So it's a register-based assembly virtual machine. And because it has a lot of similarities with LLVM, it's very easy for compiler engineers to write compilers to IELE. The other thing is that it's mostly EVM compatible. So if you write Solidity code, you can get it to work quite easily on IELE, except for the really, really bad Solidity code, like the DAO code, for example, won't compile to it. And the point of IELE was because we constructed it from semantics, meaning that there's a K definition and you can actually generate the backend from K, was to have a universal system for all programming languages, functional and imperative. And all you have to do to support a new language would be to write the K definition of the language. And then it'd only take a few weeks if you have talented people and good tools. And then you register that, and then suddenly you'd be able to write smart contracts in that language. So you write once a K definition for a version of Python, and a version of Ruby, and a version of Java, and a version of JavaScript, and then all the tooling is just automatically constructed. And then use something called semantics-based calculation to translate that smart contract to run on IELE. It was an incredibly ambitious piece of computer science. We put a lot of money and time into it. We didn't quite hit our KPIs, and that's one of the reasons why it was deprioritized in the roadmap. But I have for years been trying to find a way to pull it back in where and when it makes sense. And I really, 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 really hope that we can achieve that somehow this year or next year. The RV guys are actually going to come to the virtual summit and present about what they've accomplished with K and IELE since they were with us. And it's a lot. And if we can find a way to bring them back in, I'm all for it. I think it's just a beautiful enhancement to the roadmap.